So I'm probably actually going to edit this video. Yes! She's actually doing what she's promised to do for the last 8 months. No, I only joined YouTube a month ago. I'm not doing that badly. Well, March. April, May, June. I'm going to go with it being a month. Okay. The lighting in here is really weird, so I look a bit like a ghost. Actually, leaving my glasses on looks a bit strange, but at least you can see I have eyes. Right. You may have noticed that this is not my bedroom. It's not my bedroom. This is my old bedroom. When I lived with my mum about 5 years ago, and it's a bit like going back in time. There's stuff like this. There's a gorgeous little appetizer bottle with some faded wooden roses. Lots and lots of this gorgeous lilac colour. It's a bit strange. It's so girly, and this explains why there are lots of clothes everywhere, because I'm going to stay for a week for the summer. I hope you can see that, because I've got it the wrong way around to be able to tell. Flippity flip. Yeah, so there are all my clothes, very neatly. Nice little Mr. Zebra. And then this is the lovely outside and my windowsill. Oh yeah, pretty outside. This has actually been the best day weather-wise since I've got here, so that probably gives you an idea of how crappy the weather is in Cardiff at the moment. Oh yeah, my mum lives in Cardiff. Yay! Cardiff is the best city in the world, and don't tell me it isn't. The brightness on this camera is kind of weird, so I will try and sort that out at some point, because I'm hopefully going to be taking this back now. But anyway, this is Mr. Dalmatian. I'm not doing very well. I'm actually using a good camera and I have no plan for the format anyway. That's fine. I just want to say to anyone who's reading that wonderful piece of modern literature, 50 Shades of Grey. Can't even open my eyes. That they're a bit mad, and if they want that kind of book, they should just use the internet, because there's this thing called fan fiction. Actually 50 Shades of Grey was that, if you don't realise what that is, and that's where you find that kind of book writing. This is a good book. You may have heard of it. Yes, this is literature, and it also has a nice lot of sex in, but actually has a plot and a story, and it's just good. So read this. Don't read 50 Shades of Grey. If you must read a book like 50 Shades of Grey, there. Anyway, back onto other stuff. I'm now holding a copy of Virginia Woolf's Orlando, which I'm really excited about reading. I just finished To the Lighthouse yesterday, and I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit... It's one of those wonderful books where nothing really... Things happen, obviously, because it's a book, but it's not about things happening, if that makes sense. It's about... Right. It's about a family living who are on a holiday in Skye, and it basically looks at how time moves. This is how I see it. This is a really rubbish description. You can tell I haven't planned this video and that I finished reading the book at like 1 o'clock last night, but that's fine. And I was going to say some quotation. I have it here, which is a slight improvement. It's just one of those things that I went on Tumblr last night and I sort of googled it. I say Google, I searched it on Tumblr, and there's an amazing amount of people who love this book, and I'd not really heard of it. So it's To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. That's partly just because it's not a modern book and it's not enough of a classic that people tend to mention it that much, other than on English lit courses or book lists or whatever. I really do look like a ghost. I don't care, you're going to have to deal with the ghost with the weird shiny pink lips, which are actually red, but that's fine. It's just the wonderful way that it's written, I think. It centres around this trip to the lighthouse, which doesn't happen in the lifetime of this woman, and then does happen afterwards, and it sort of all comes to a close and is fixed. But it's all these breakdowns in this seemingly perfect family that I think are the most important thing in it. And the way she... I mean, having read Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own, I think it's kind of amazing the way that she just sort of... You see her ideas and her thought processes in this. Like, you've got this repeated bit where... I'll get her name right. I was going to say Lily Briscoe, but I'll probably get that wrong. It is Lily Briscoe. Yes, I remember characters' names in books. Yeah, she repeats this sort of thing that one of the male characters says to her, which is, women can't read, women can't write, women can't paint. And she's a painter. And the painting she does takes her years to complete in this book. Okay, this is a bit... I hate these things. Why am I wearing it? I'm going to take it off. Yay! Now you can see my bald patch. My bald patch. Anyway. At the end of the novel, she finally... spoilers. At the end of the novel, she finally completes this painting. And it's just so amazing, the scientific way with which she thinks about it. I mean, it's described in such detail, and I think all the way throughout this novel, detail is possibly the most important thing as I see it. I apologise for my rambling, I've not really had time to think about this that much. But yeah, generally good. Anyway, less literature, because my last vlog was all about literature, and yeah, I love literature and it's what I want to do, but I also like watching YouTubers who don't just sit around talking about books, even though I do like book blogs. I look really weird today, I don't like it, oh well. Maybe if I put this on my head it might help. Yeah, that would be definitely a good help. Right, okay. Sorted. I think I can sort of be a bit more serious now and actually get down to making this video kind of a bit better. Because this really helps. I also feel I should probably put my glasses back on, you know, because it's quite a serious business making a video. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that rambling before. I know it was far too animated and... Yeah, so, this week, this month, this ages since I last made a video in which... I'm going to take this as my first proper video because you can actually see me moving around, which is nice. Yeah, I'm moving around and the webcam isn't stopping me from making a video. Oh yes. Right, so I've been to various little open days this month. I went to UCL, I went to Oxford and I went to Durham, and UCL is just so cool. Yes, hands up for UCL, London. Everyone knows that Oxford's awesome. Some people might, I get why some people wouldn't, because of the way it is. It's almost like a little sort of sets of boarding schools, but I so much want to go there. And Durham's just beautiful. But more on UCL. I saw my friend Sabrienne Surrey, who I think does watch YouTubers. I'm not sure she watches YouTubers, but I think she does. And that was good. And she saw Noel Clarke without me. After I'd left her in Covent Garden and got on the tube and gone to Marylebone to go home, she saw Noel Clarke. You know who we saw when we were together in Covent Garden? We did not see Noel Clarke. Oh no, we didn't. We saw this man. That man. That wasn't very interesting. I have to admit, it did fuel my sort of famous people live in London thing, which I knew. And I'm not massively into seeing famous people, but it would have been pretty cool to talk to Noel Clarke. What with him being Mickey and Noel Clarke, and just generally awesome. But also, it's a bit like when I used to live in Cardiff, and I saw Russell T Davies. I met, what's her actual name? Eve Miles, I think is her name, Gwen. when I was in Cardiff Bay one time, and I knew she was pregnant before everybody else because I saw her buying baby socks in a market in Cardiff Bay, which is pretty cool. Also, because Cardiff is brilliant. I'm going all Welsh talking about it. Anyway, Cardiff is brilliant, and London's good. London's better than Cardiff in a sort of, there's more people there and there's more to do way, but there's less Doctor Who-y stuff. But anyway, and I miss living in cities. I miss living like this. The country's a little bit boring. I don't know if, well, don't know who's watching this, but if any of my friends end up watching this one day, you will agree with me that the country is quite boring. We went to Birmingham to go to a gig, and you know, it took a long time to get there and back because we live in the middle of nowhere. To go for a meal, I have to get a lift because I can't get the bus. And this is trying to leave town, leave Bridgenorth at 8 and go home. And there's no bus. The last bus leaves at 6. And it's just appalling, really. Anyway, I'm getting into boring sort of stuff. Other cool stuff. Yesterday I saw my friend Kiney in Swansea and we went to Joe's Ice Cream in Mumbles. Now if you don't know where any of those places are, you need to go to South Wales, you need to go to Gower, you need to go to Swansea, you definitely need to go to Mumbles because Joe's Ice Cream is the best ice cream in the world. £2.50, lovely little ice cream sundae, chocolate and ice cream, very, very yummy. And it rained, but we had a brilliant time because we're Welsh and we like rain. Well, we know how to deal with rain, and it's okay. So, I definitely say, please go to Joe's Ice Cream because Joe's Ice Cream is just the best. I don't know why I'm standing up. I think I was going to find something. Oh, I was. Yes. Also, if you go to college, talk to your librarians because they're good people. They give you stuff like this to borrow for the summer. I haven't started reading it properly yet, but it's one of our possible set texts for English Lit. We can choose it for our coursework. But it's just cool. If you've ever read the Grimm fairy tales, it's a bit like that. It is the Grimm. I think it's the Brothers Grimm. And they're very good. And all of these things sort of remind me of, I'm going to be honest, they remind me of Beedle the Bard. Because they're our fairy tales, they're Muggle fairy tales. I hate to call myself a Muggle, but I am. They're Muggle fairy tales and they are just very good. I'm going to shut up because I don't know how long this video is. And I don't want to send you all away. And you'll probably hate me for this long video. But anyway, I'm going to go and try and edit it. Make it a little bit shorter. Please watch this again. I know this was boring, but I'm trying not to be boring. I just think I've not made a video in a while. I only made 2 and they were a bit crap anyway, but yay! Bye guys!